On the 11th of March, 1880, PACO de LUCENA, great flamenco player born in 1859 who passed away in 1898. He was at the Theatre Thibaut in Paris with his troupe. This was advertised on the 26th or mentioned, I should say, in the Paris Spectacles Programme Quotidien de Théâtre Concert Cirque Skating Arts Magazine. It was 26th of March 1880 it was mentioned. So I'm going to show you the images from that. And PACO de LUCENA's tour, where he was in Paris, he was about 21 years old at the time, and he was on stage from the 13th of March until 24th of April. So here we see a printout. And part two after the intermission. And the tail end of the concert. So PACO accompanied all the performers. So I want to talk about what he played. This was a Un man sur la place du Malaga. And what that means is a Sunday in Malaga. So, La Macarena, Madame Alemany sang. It's a Sevillana. Monsieur Rihué, Serenade du Macareno, and Monsieur Bosch, Couplet du Tendre du Moulet, Peteneras by Monsieur Romero. Scenes and dances. You have Mademoiselle Gomez, Dance to Vito Encarnacion e Iglesias, Malagueños, Gabriela e Monsieur Moreno, Soledad, Carmen Vera, La Gitana, Encarnacion, Cantinas, Ortega e Lieva, La Jota Aragonesa, Dolores, Cantinas, La Nena e Eloy, La Gallegada, Gabriela Romero, Elisa Matilda, Eloise Martinez Perez, and Techada performed that. And after the intermission, we had music et danse, Studiantina. Mr. Rihué, first tenor, Bosch, basso profundo, comique, Prue tambor de basque, Pons guitar, PACO de LUCENA guitar, also a violinist unnamed. Then we have a chant cuban, tango, Ouvre-moi la porte, open the door for me, by Mademoiselle Carmen Vera, Chouette des femmes qui fument, Song for Women at Smoke, Mademoiselle Cifuente, Alemanie et le Chœur Général. Après la course des taureaux, la sortie des courses du taureau, entire choir, conducted by Mademoiselle Cifuente et Mademoiselle Alemanie. The Torero Victorio, the victorious Toreador, air par Monsieur Riouet, accompanied by Choir General. Mademoiselle Gomez Iglesias Monsieur Prou, La Tertulia Dans Española, Quatuor du Baiser or Sevillanas, Mademoiselles Encarnacion A. Trini, Mademoiselle Dolores A. Carmen. After that, PACO de Lucena played solos on the guitar, this after accompanying the troupe all day. Mademoiselles Gabrielle Jimenez, Anita Lola Perez, Diaz, Carmen Montano, Amelia Martinez A. Conchita. So the year before that, in Madrid, on October 8, 1879, PACO de Lucena worked with his troupe at Theater La Bolsa. I wrote on my website, where you can read the titles a lot clearer, that 2 years later flamenco would be made immortal on recordings that were published as cylinders. In mid-1890s you had single-sided records, double-sided records from 1908 onward. I started collecting 78 RPM records in March of 1968. 55 years ago next year. I wrote today in well over 150 countries, if not 197 countries, flamenco guitar is played. So this notice of these pieces played, 2 sets in Madrid, was from the La Democracia from October 8th of 1879. And also in Madrid, 4 other newspapers published it as well: La Iberia, La Discusión, La Época, El Globo. Many years later, in the Daily of La Correspondencia de España, on Friday, October 26, 1894, is a mention of a flamenco concert to be held Wednesday, October 31st at the Liceo Rius of PACO de Lucena and the Cantador Tomás el Papelista. The following year, the El Heraldo de Madrid on the 2nd of March 1895, page 3, is a report of PACO de Lucena's great success in Paris at the Sala Arad. Sala Arad. I'm going to back up a little bit here and show you the concert. This is from October of 1879 in Madrid at La Bolsa Theater, Teatro La Bolsa. So we have a Sinfonia de Campanone by the orchestra. It's probably a 16-piece small orchestra on stage. Solia, sung by Elena Fernandez. Petaneras, sung by Joaquin Mendoza. Seguidillas Gitanas, sung by Maria de la Hera, Loca de Mateos. Caña and Polo, sung by Manuel Romero, also known as Artillero. Malagueñas, sung by Juan Breva, very famous singer. Jota de la Zarzuela, Nueva de la Noche by the orchestra. Alegría Ballada, danced by Carmen Montaña. Alegría Ballada, danced by Antonia Pacheco, La Romana. Alegría, danced by Trinidad Cuenca. 15-minute intermission. Segunda parte, the second set. Sinfonia of Aires Nacionales, that would be flamenco pieces arranged for orchestra. Solia, sung by Carmen Montaña. Seguidillas Gitanas, sung by Manuel Romero, also known as Artillero. Cana y Polo, sung by Joaquin Mendoza. Malagueñas, cantada por Juan Breva, sung by Juan Breva. Solos of de Guitarra by Francisco Diaz, birth name of PACO El de Lucena. Sinfonía del Maestro Gatzambide por la Orchestra. Alegría, danced by Maria de la Hera, Loca de Mateos, her sobrenombre, her nickname. Tango Americano, sung and danced by Antonia Pacheco, La Roteña. Antonia Pacheco, excuse me. Celebrate Zapateado, danced by Trinidad Cuenca. La Vuelta de España, Tanda de Valses by the orchestra. That would be a group of waltzes. And then the Campañada en el Cante y Baile Flamenco, Primera Guitarrista Francisco Diaz, El de Lucena y Manuel Ponce. So, at the end, it mentions that the accompaniment for singing and dancing was by PACO de Lucena. I love to find these things.